So in this specific course, as I mentioned, we're going to be using Python to do a little bit of crawling and scraping from the web. And if you're using a Mac, which I am here, then odds are you will already have Python installed on your machine. And just to verify that, you can open up a terminal and you can go ahead and type in Python and then do dash capital V, and it will give you the version of Python you currently have running. So right now, I'm running the 2.7.9 version. I believe the latest is 2.7.10 of the 2.7 version. There's also a 3.4 available as well, and you should be able to use either one. So if you've already installed the 3.4 or if you have both of them installed together, that's fine. Either way will work. Now, if you're using Windows, that will work too. You can definitely follow along using Command Shell or PowerShell or what have you, or just creating these files in a text editor and running them through the command line. That should work as well. But you're going to have to download a version of Python because it's not going to be installed more than likely out of the box. So you can definitely get the latest versions of either 2.7 or 3.4. Like I said, either one will work. So what is it exactly we're trying to do in this course? Well, like I said, we want to try to go through the process of extracting data from a website that's not really exposing any sort of APIs. We just want to pull some pieces of data. And it was kind of difficult to pick a target because so many websites change rather frequently these days. But I thought I would pick something that was kind of interesting that might be of use. So I decided to head over to iTunes, and you could really do this on any site. You could pick the Android App Store or what have you. But in this particular case, what I would like to do is I would like to create an application using Python to go out to the iTunes website, not using the iTunes application, but go out to the iTunes site and look at particular apps that are in the App Store and extract some data. And then once you get that data off the websites, you could do anything with it. You could store it in databases, you could create reports, you could send yourself emails, do whatever you want. But the purpose of this course is to write some code that's going to go out to the website, extract some data, and then ultimately do a little bit of navigation as well. So ultimately, I want to start with, say, something like this particular application, and I want to be able to pull the title. So I want to be able to grab the title off of here. I want to grab who it was from. I'll leave the description. I think that's okay. I'm not worried about the versions. But what I would be interested in, as I come down here a little bit further, obviously I'd be interested in the price as well. This particular application is free, but other ones may not be. And then I also might want to pull out maybe more by this particular developer or author and maybe what the customers also bought. So one thing that I do when I start to play around with different apps or games or what have you is I like to learn about other ones that are in that arena as well that maybe other people have started to use. But it's kind of a nuisance for me to always have to open up these sites and follow all the links. Maybe I could just write a script that would run out and do this for me and then ultimately compile all this information back. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do. This is an interesting example because it's probably one that most people are pretty familiar with, the concept of iTunes anyway. So I think it should be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and start to put these things together and see how we're going to pick all of this apart.